All right, we got some more progress here on the 4L60E. Got the Z-Pack installed, which is an upgrade for the 3/4 clutches. Really a neat upgrade, I think, that's pretty important. From the way I understand it, this is the first transmission build I've been a part of. I'm helping a good buddy of mine. This is that Z-Pack. Basically, it comes with some new steels, obviously, and frictions, but it's a tremendous amount more frictions, and they do a really good job breaking this out, kind of giving you the rundown, giving you the plate clearances. You know, did a good job. I mean, normally the one thing I did notice is on the kit we've got, I never did find this top. I mean, it was pretty obvious of which friction that was supposed to be, or it's kind of a friction steel. I'm not a transmission guy, so if you are a transmission guy, cut me a little slack because I'm trying to get into this. But we've got, you know, our normal bench. This SNS or SST has been the mount we're using. I've seen a lot of transmission guys. I've got two different ones. We are upgrading it pretty much with everything that we possibly can. This is going to be that 500 boost valve we're going to be installing into the pump over here. New filter. This is an SST alignment band for the pump. We've already gone through the pump. We have put new Teflon rings on there. This was a Beaver installation kit to stretch the rings on here. So that's kind of how that went. And then obviously we have the sizing tools, all new bushings in there. A lot of these parts on this table, this Eastwood building bench has been, or tear down bench I guess would be more appropriate, has been really a very nice feature. We have obviously a lot more to go, and we're not quite done. We've got to go through the valve body here. Some of this here, or actually all of this, we've replaced. So these are 4-pin Planetaries. We went with a 5. We're doing a little bit more of a horsepower upgrade on this particular engine. We've already done it. It has a Truck Norris cam in there. So like I said, this is the reason that we got here, the failed monster converter that didn't last 50 miles. I'm very disappointed in that, but I've complained about that enough. You can see a lot of the trash in the pan there. We've had this pan off, I think, at least twice previous to putting this quote-unquote upgraded torque converter in there, and it was absolutely clean. So in 50 miles, that's basically what it vomited out of that converter. So we are upgrading, obviously, all new frictions. We upgraded to a different drum and a wide band, new electronics in there. We're going to do all solenoids. And so this is kind of where we're setting up the clean area in order to do the building. Like I said, new electronics. One thing I did want to go over is we put all new bushings in here. And I ordered this, I'm sure it's from China, but it's a 10-ton press. You can see these old bushings we took out of there. The kit comes for multiple transmissions, so those were extra. I think those are probably 700R4 bushings that don't go in this 4L60E. But one thing, I've had hydraulic presses that I've bought overseas before. I'm sure there's some made here in the States. When I get rich and famous, I'll buy them. But for now, this is what I needed and this is what I could afford. But what I've had issues with is these hydraulic rams. And so I finally found, I forget even where I found it, but most of the rams, they're mounted horizontal. This one we welded vertical with the bleed valve at the top. I'm sharing that with you because I have not had good luck with any of these, you know, offset hydraulic pumps or you know, the pump that drives the ram. Now that I've mounted it like this, I can bleed right here. I know that's out of focus, but I can bleed that and get the press to work correctly. And so we have the, I think those are, yeah, that's an SST bushing driver set. Now they do have like a striking end, which is right there. We didn't want to do it that way. Pushing them in with the press was the advice essentially that we saw online. Did a really, really good job. That is the way to do it in my opinion. You see here, it's a box of some more upgraded parts. There's a pressure switch manifold there. You can see some more shift solenoids, some springs. We do have some of the balls for the valve body in there, but we're going to upgrade to a set of plastic ones. That's what I've heard online or seen online. A lot of guys are liking them. So kind of tear down, clean it up, reassemble it is where we're at this point. Most of all the tooling, even this piece right here, hooks into that piece, and that's what depresses the springs so you can get the snap rings out of some of the drums. All of this tooling that we've got, I've ordered on Amazon, and we're building it, and it seems to be working just fine. So if anybody's got any advice out there, I'd love to hear it on transmission 4060Es. This, like I said, is my first one. I'm not a transmission guy. I am a mechanic by trade, but we're trying to go through this to make sure it's a one and done. Hope this helps somebody out there. You see something that you haven't seen or you have questions on. If you got any advice, I'd love to hear it.